I'm Rob McCready. I am one of the co-founders and senior partners of BlueCollar Interactive. I handle the client services, and I started this a couple of months ago with my partners in crime.
It's me. My name is April. I am one of the creative leads in BlueCollar, and we are in Hood River, Oregon, if we haven't mentioned that already.
And I'm Tom Lehmann, and I'm one of the co-founders and creative people with BlueCollar as well. One day, Rob and I were driving to Nike Golf. That was one of our clients. We were working for another agency at the time, and we basically, Rob looked at me, he's like, do you ever think about starting your own business? And I was like, of course, yeah, we've been doing this for 12, 13, 14 years. Yeah, you get kind of tired of working for other people, and you want to do things your own way. So they kind of lit this idea up about maybe we should talk and maybe we should start thinking about what we would do and how we would do it differently. And of course, the first thing we talked about was who would we get involved, like who are the right people, because at the end of the day, that's really all you have is the people you work with. So that's what we did. We started talking about who we would get involved, and April was one of the first people on that list. She's very talented, and she definitely makes up for a lot of our shortcomings, which can be quite a few. But that was the birth of it. 2 years later, business plan was in place, some other partners were in place, our identity was established, and now we're just getting ready to launch the business here in a few weeks, and we're already getting a lot of interest, and it's been really exciting kind of ride so far.
The blue collar is a little bit more on that. It's a metaphor, really. We obviously work in the white collar world. We are proud of our roots. We all came from essentially these blue collar heritage backgrounds. A lot of the sort of the work ethic and the beliefs and the handshake deals and sort of getting back to the grassroots business relationships is what this is all about. We feel strongly that the work comes first. The client relationships are right in there. We are really, I think, the core of what motivates us. I would say is what differentiates us from other agencies in this business.
Why we did this to begin with. So obviously because we're trying to pursue our entrepreneurial spirit, but also because we've all worked in agencies for many years where it's really easy to see that people aren't standing up for just strong creative ideas and making that what the whole purpose of what we're doing is. And it really comes down to the money. And we don't want to work like that, and so we want to do it for the right reasons, and that's sort of the real drive behind this. Well, the right reasons are to do the right thing in general, do the right thing for yourself as an individual. So have really strong opinions and ideas, and stand up for them when you feel like it's the right time to do that. To do the right thing for your partners, so the people that you're working with, to share the success with them, and to enable them to do a good job by taking care of things when we get to the point where we can do it, providing really great medical insurance and incentivizing people to work really hard so that they can do really great work for our clients and not have to worry about just the stuff that goes on that is usually political or whatever at a company. And then doing the right thing for our clients, to treat them like partners and to spend their dollars the way we would spend our own dollars, and then to do the right thing for the planet and to not take on projects that are going to compromise our principles.
I think and the point about the clients is a real strong one, because there are a lot of companies out there who are making a really great product or have a great service that can't afford to work with the agencies that a Nike might work with. And that's not exactly fair. Everyone has to start somewhere and grow and be who they're going to ultimately be, and people hopefully will change and become better as they grow. So one of our core principles is to really help those types of clients. We have a tremendous amount of history and experience working in very large agencies, whether it was in New York or out here on the West Coast. Really part of what we want to do at least is help those people and help those companies look as good as their competitors in which they strive to be at the end of the day. So really, we want to make sure that's very clear. It's not to say that we're not looking for larger clients. We want to make money as well. But ultimately, it's really about helping whoever needs the help, and taking a $20,000 budget. Let's just use that as an example. Is not big in advertising dollars. Most agencies wouldn't even touch something like that, but that's more than some countries make an entire year. You have to always take that and take it with a grain of salt and think about how that relates to a small rafting company in the gorge here. $20,000 in a year for interactive or for any advertising is an unbelievable amount of money. And when we touch their projects, we want to make sure that every dime of that is spent very, very wisely, and they're able to see some kind of return on investment on what they're actually putting out there.
This is not about money. This is not about power. This is not about titles or entitlement. This is really about just doing the great work and growing responsibly. So I think the first thing that we want to do is really start, not necessarily by serving ourselves or even by serving our client, but by serving the community. So what better way to do that than to take our expertise and apply it in what better time than a horrible economy. So, we are offering a $20,000 services package, which is a number which is a fairly arbitrary number, but it's one that we feel like we can afford to give right now in essentially startup mode, and we can do that over the course of time. And we think that it's there's going to be enough there that we can really help a small to mid-sized company deal with whatever their problem is. So it could be related to the economy, it could be some market condition going on, it could be some other hardship that we're not aware of. So we're not really putting restrictions on. We really just want to find an organization, if you will. We don't even really want to call it a company, that just needs help. And if you think about this concept of firefighters, a blue collar working environment, and who bands together more than firefighters? So this is really what we want to do. We want to find that other guy or that other gal who needs help, and we want to do that. At the same time, it allows us to cut our teeth on working out our own processes and working with a new client. So it all starts on January 12th. So the first 2 weeks is actually going to be judged by the 3 senior partners, that's us. For the second 2 weeks, we are going to actually post what we feel are the 3 best submissions, the organizations that are the most worthy or in the most need. And then we're going to open it up to public voting. So anybody that wants to be a judge that ideally is connected to our industry or our community somehow can come to the website, sign up, become a judge, and vote.
So the name of the promotion is the Blue Collar Creative Open House, and it's going to be open to any Oregon-based business, and they will be chosen based on their 400-word essay, chosen by, as Rob had mentioned, chosen by the top 3, chosen by the partners, and then open to voting to anyone to choose the most deserving company to receive $20,000 of our time, which is the most valuable thing you can give away. The website is BlueCollarAgency.com/open house. We don't let each other forget how lucky we are either. I mean, we look out our front window and say, wow, this is amazing. And then we go down into the garage and ride out to Rob's house on our motorcycles and say, wow, we're lucky. Everything we do, it's just, it doesn't make any sense for us to not come out of the gate and do something to pay it forward, because we have had so many people support us, and it makes sense to do something that's, for the good of society and not just about us. And we could throw a lavish launch party, but that just doesn't feel like the right thing for Blue Collar. Our first client is Sigma Photo, which is a global corporation. They're one of the second, I think they're the largest manufacturers of photo lenses in the world. They're headquartered in Japan. And after the first real presentation, where we showed them a great deal of work that we had done in the planning phase of their project, we got a really great comment, and that was our client contact told us that Blue Collar has integrity. And I was just like, that's why we're doing this. So